welcome to another episode of Impact Play, impacting more than just gaming. We are your weekly source for the latest news, updates, discussions, and at times have debates that revolve in and around the video games industry. You can be a part of the live show experience over at twitch.tv / Impact Play and clicking on the notification bell so you will be notified when we do go live, or later on YouTube, or even on your favorite podcast platform. Just simply type in the Impact Play. I am your host Muhammad, otherwise known as It's Yagu, and this is episode 76. On this latest episode of the Impact Play, we discuss Super Nintendo World is opening up in February of 2021. Roadblocks has finally been given the green light to launch in China. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie will be starting production soon, in addition to the latest gaming news stories affecting the industry this week. So, before we get into the news, we always discuss what we have been playing, what we have been enjoying, and just life in general, even if this doesn't directly revolve around video games. So, without further ado, let's get into the first segment. I've been playing, of course, a lot of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. If you've been following me on my twitch.tv / It's Yagu, ITSYAGOOH. And I've also started playing Fortnite's latest season, Chapter 2, Season 5 to be more precise. I've enjoyed last season because of the whole Marvel theme, and it was pretty much my favorite thus far. However, for some reason I wasn't heavily invested in it, but this time around this is going to change. I went ahead and purchased the Fortnite Crew subscription, and I will discuss more in depth in the gaming news segment of the show. I've discussed it last week, but I'll go into that further for those who are unaware about this new subscription model from Epic Games. And I've also started watching The Mandalorian over on Disney Plus. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, but I enjoy the story, I enjoy the lore, but it's an okay show. So, uh, as you all know, I'm trying to finish Valhalla as soon as I can because we have Cyberpunk coming out in about 2 days, and I don't know how I'm going to play Black Ops Cold War, Miles Morales, Star Wars Squadrons. It's just so much, and I'm also working on a cosplay outfit. I'm just waiting on I'm just waiting on my outfit to come in. Hopefully, it comes in before the game's release. Otherwise, it's gonna be that week because I have no idea. This is coming from abroad, from overseas. But without further ado, we're gonna get into. Oh yeah, before we get into the gaming news segment, we do have some notes to be aware of. We have launched our merch store. You could simply type !merch to bring up the URL, so you could view our merch site over at what's the what's this thing called? Give me a second. Stream Elements. I'm sorry. We also have a Christmas winter bundle now that includes a hoodie as well as a coffee mug. And we have the hoodie in two colors, navy and like a charcoal kind of color. I have them both coming in. So hopefully at the end of the week, as soon as I get it in, I'll show you guys how it looks like. But in the meantime, I do have like a image that I got from them, a rendered image. Where are you? There it is. So that is available now to order. You could choose one of our. You have two color hoodie options again, navy and gray, and you also get that special winter Christmas edition coffee mug. Every purchase is just one of the many ways that will help support the show, to help us bring even more content to you guys, bring even more experiences, and help us improve our equipment, help us bring on more guests, help us go out to even more gaming events. So every little bit helps. Even if you can't, it's no big deal. Simply share the podcast, share our Twitch channel to everyone you know, and help us grow even further than than our goal is. So, Cyberpunk. Let's get into the gaming news side of things. Cyberpunk is in 4 days. So it is set to launch on the 10th. People are speculating that it might be delayed because they delayed it a couple of times, but this is just fine tuning the bugs. That's all it is. Where are you? On it. Oh, let's see. And also, Cyberpunk 2077 is finally upon us with a release date set of December 10th. We already talked about this. Okay. So a good amount of people are getting their copies early, and one of the companies is Best Buy. It's under the limelight. But Cyberpunk CD Projekt Red is asking anyone with an early copy to hold off on streaming, not posting pictures, videos, because they will be removed with the DMCA strike, of course, because it wasn't set to launch that day. Even though the retailer messed up, this is like a gray area. Even though the consumer purchased it legally, it was just the retailer that went ahead and sent it out early. Because I know, like Best Buy, for example, messed up, but at the same time, they need to protect their IP. They don't want to spoil. They don't want anything spoiled. And on top of that, there is a day one patch. Some people are reporting that it's available now. Others are saying that it's going to be available day one. But yeah, essentially it's going to be about 40 gigs. Some people are reporting it's more, and so on. But yeah, it's going to be around 40, 50 gigs initially. And at the same time, this is just getting rid of these the majority of the bugs and trying to make the game run as best as it can. So we talked about Cyberpunk. Oh yeah, here's something else too. I forgot to mention this earlier. Here's a tweet from Cyberpunk 2077's official Twitter account. We're getting closer and closer to launch, and chances are some of you will get your hands on a copy of Cyberpunk 2077 before release day. However, difficult this may be for us to achieve, our ambition is for gamers all across the world to have the same spoiler-free experience at the time the game releases. This is why we kindly ask you not to stream, let's play, or release any similar content before December 9th at 12 p.m. Central or 3 a.m. Pacific. We will send Max Talk, you know, the guys who take down videos, after everyone who does. After that date, however, we would love if you would stream everything like there is no tomorrow. It's 2020. Who knows? Maybe there isn't. And what? Why didn't notice this at first? Max Talk is the in-game police force, I guess you could say. And I thought it was like a bot that they'll send after you. But yeah, that's a nice Easter egg for you guys. Okay, so without further ado, let's get into the next segment. It's not gaming directly, but yeah, it is in entertainment related. So it's coming from IGN. Okay, we have a breakdown of the new Marvel movies and TV shows in 2021 and beyond. Let's see what we got. One Division is scheduled for January 15th of next month actually on Disney Plus. Black Widow's slated to arrive May 7th of 2021. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings July 9th. Eternals November 5th. Spider-Man 3 December 17th. The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. There's no slated release date, but it's apparently supposed to come out on 2021 on Disney Plus. You have Loki, same year on Disney Plus. What If, 2021 on Disney Plus. You have Thor: Love and Thunder, February 11th, 2022. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, March 25th, 2022. You have Ant-Man 3 in 2022. Black Panther 2, May 6th, 2022. You have Captain Marvel 2, July 8th, 2022. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, still no slated release date or year. You have Miss Marvel on Disney Plus, no TBT. You have Moon Knight on Disney Plus. All these shows that and movies that I'm talking about now, there is no slated release date at all, but these are supposed to come sometime in the future. You have Moon Knight, Disney Plus, Miss Marvel on Disney Plus, Hawkeye on Disney Plus. You have She-Hulk on Disney Plus, and Nick Fury. You have Blade on Disney, well, both on Disney Plus, and you also have Deadpool 3. No slated release date. So that's about it. Thank you, IGN, for that article. Now, this next is coming over from GamesIndustry.biz. Production on the sequel to Sonic the Hedgehog movie is reportedly due to begin in just a few months. A listing on the creative BC Film Commission website, which handles movies shot in British Columbia, Canada, shows that a production codenamed Emerald Hill is due to begin filming on March 15th, 2021. As all Sonic fans know, Emerald Hill is the name of the first zone in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Further evidence that this project is in fact a Sonic sequel can be found in the fact that the first movie's producers, Neil H. Moritz and Nan Morales, plus director Jeff Fowler, are all involved. Production is expected to be completed by May 10th, but of course the schedule will depend because of the ongoing pandemic. But yeah, and a fun fact, I didn't watch the first movie, to be honest. I watched clips of it, of course, but not the actual movie. But hopefully, I'll get to it. Let me know if it's available on streaming services. Oh, that reminds me. Here we go. That literally reminds me. This is coming from NBC News. Warner Brothers announced Thursday that it will make all of its movies slated for release in 2021 available to stream for 1 month only, exclusively on HBO Max. Every film will be simultaneously released in theaters and available for a limited time on the streaming service. The new hybrid model represents a novel deviation from the typical program studios follow, where films are released in theaters first and then hit other platforms months later. Warner Media succeeded in making day theoretical and streaming a reality, something Netflix has been trying to accomplish unsuccessfully for years. This is a huge win for consumer choice, and Rich Grenfield of media research from Left Shed Partners Legacy Media has always tried to dictate how you consume their content. Now the consumer is in control. More theater stock prices fell. We don't have to know about that. But the first movie to be released using this model will be Wonder Woman 1984 this month. So, so it looks like cinematic releases are slowly being phased out because not everyone wants to go to the movies. Everyone wants to watch it on the comfort of their own home. So hopefully, this model will be permanent and will go across the board. Okay. Now let's see what else do we got. Let's see. Oh yeah, Doom Eternal will arrive at the Nintendo eShop. eShop. I'm sorry about that. In 2 days from this recording, so on December 8th. And also, I believe. Hold on, there's. Oh yeah, now I remember now. Where are you? Dragon Quest 11S echoes of an elusive age of definitive edition is available now, and it's also available on Xbox Game Pass. So even if you don't want to go ahead and spend $40 for the game, you can simply get it for free on Xbox Game Pass, included with your subscription. And now, because it is the holiday season, they have extended their free trial instead of because initially they had it for the first month for $1. Now, if you are a new subscriber, a new customer, you can get 3 months of a Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for as little as $1. So you can simply try these games day and day, all these Xbox first titles, and on top of that, you could, you could even if you don't have an Xbox console, you could play it on your PC. Even if you don't have a PC, you can simply play it on your Android phone. So you have a lot of ways to play, and soon on your TV. Excuse me. Okay. Universal Studios Japan has announced it will open its Super Nintendo World attraction on February 4th, following its delay earlier this year. This is coming from GamesIndustry.biz. This area is built within the Universal Studios Japan theme park in Osaka and was due to open earlier this year in time for the summer 2020 Olympics. The impact of the coronavirus pandemic, the closure of all theme parks, and delayed construction, pushing its debut back to spring 2021. That debut has now been nailed down as early as February 4th. However, Bloomberg notes that the launch could still be delayed again as Japan tackles another outbreak of COVID 19 and Osaka has become one of the worst affected cities. So, the new Nintendo area is said to be quite small, and the central ride on Mario Kart roller coaster utilizes AR headsets, which would presumably need to be. Don't worry about that. Actually, let's get into this so we can further get in the actual park itself. Give me one moment, folks. Perfect. The Verge. The Verge is always good. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. Uh, okay, here we go. There's a themed cafe and merchandise store have already opened in the large Studios Japan Park. USJ Universal Studios Japan and Nintendo have also provided details on what is sure to be one of the park's flagship attractions, a Marvel Kart themed roller coaster. It's housed inside a reconstructed browser's castle and makes use of AR and projection mapping technology, with riders donning AR headsets cheap like Mario's cap. Bloomberg got an early look at Super Mario World, including Mario Kart Ride, and noted that the park is set to further expand it with a Donkey Kong themed area. The cars do have steering wheels and multiple vehicles can race alongside each other, but it sounds like the ride itself is on rails. It's not guaranteed that you win the race. There's an element of throwing power-ups from item boxes, and the experience will be different from each time you ride, according to USJ or Universal Studios of Japan. The park says it's working with health administration officials to ensure a safe environment for visitors and staff alike. And it's currently operating at 50% capacity. COVID 19 cases have been, we talked about that. Okay, so yeah, essentially it. I'm looking forward to it actually. So hopefully I'll be able to attend if it's safe to do so. And your support will help us make this a reality to bring us even more content to you guys even more. Okay, give me 1 second, folks. Okay, now here's another article coming from GamesIndustry.biz. Yuri Galar has released his ban on the use of Dabra in the Pokemon trading card game. The illusionist complained over similarities between himself and the psychic type Pokemon as the franchise first gained popularity in the West. He sued Nintendo in the early 2000s and requested a ban on the use of Kadabra in the trading card game. As such, a Kadabra card has not been printed since. Gallar's argument centered around Kadabra's Japanese name, Jan Geller, and the fact that the character is seen bending a spoon with his psychic powers, which the illusionist claims alludes to his most famous trick. Speaking to the gamer, Geller has now says he is working with Nintendo to bring the character back. Due to the tremendous volume of emails I am still getting begging me to allow Nintendo to bring back Kadabra or young Geller, I sent a letter to the chairman of Nintendo giving them permission to relaunch the Yuri Geller Kadabra Young Geller worldwide. He claims the letter has been received by two Nintendo representatives. Sharing the gamer's articles on Twitter, he wrote, I'm truly sorry for what I did 20 years ago. Kids and grown-ups, I am releasing the ban. It's now all up to Nintendo to bring my Kadabra Pokemon card back. That's good on them. I didn't realize that Kadabra wasn't seen in the TCG, to be honest. Okay. And now, we talked about this. We have a press release coming from Square Enix Press. Let's see. During a recent live stream for the upcoming mobile adventure RPG Romancing Saga RE Universe in Japan, Square Enix revealed that cult classic Saga Frontier, originally released in the West in 1998, is returning as Saga Frontier Remastered, in HD remastered digitally on the PlayStation 4, the Nintendo Switch, PC via Steam, and iOS and Android mobile devices in summer of 2021. Part of the ongoing Saga project from Square Enix that has so far included Western releases of Romancing Saga 3, Saga Scarlet Grace, Ambitions, and hit mobile game Romancia Saga RE Universe. Saga Frontier Remastered brings us back a strategic role-playing game still left to this day. It'll feature a host of exciting new improvements in addition to including remastered graphics, new story content bringing in Fuse as main playable characters, new character events for fan favorites, as Celis, the popular Glimmer ability, which gives which I'm sorry, which gives characters new ways to learn skills and attacks and more. Newcomers and longtime fans will also be able to create endless adventures as one of the 8 protagonists, each with their own goals and ending depending on their choices with unique saga freeform scenario system. So it looks like the choices you make will reflect in game. So I'm actually looking forward to this. And I'll definitely, hopefully I could like be notified about this. So give me a second. Let me end this here. Okay, that's fine. Okay, next. UK mobile, UK single day mobile gaming venue hit a new all-time high on Black Friday, reaching a total of $6.35 million according to data shared by Sensor Tower. This number is up 16% year over year from last year's Black Friday, which saw $5.6 million in mobile player spending. And this is coming from GamesIndustry.biz. The highest grossing game was Coin Master, followed by Roblox and Candy Crush. Approximately 63% of this spending occurred on the App Store, with Google Play making up the rest of the total. Additionally, 2.2 million new mobile game downloads occurred on Black Friday in the UK, roughly flat year over year with last year's Black Friday. November 27th also marked a new record for mobile game app revenue in the UK, with $10.5 million in user spending across all categories, up 23% year over year, which is great. Actually, kind of surprising. I didn't expect people to just spend a whole lot on gaming. I used to spend a lot on Pokemon Go, but I haven't played it that much. But yeah, it's great to hear. Okay, here's another article coming from GamesIndustry.biz. Supercell has announced it will shut down another of its soft launch titles, Hey Day Pop. In a blog post earlier this week, the developer said that Hey Day Pop does not meet the standards we have set for ourselves and our players, and we would receive one final update before the server shut down on February 1st. Wait. Hold on, when was this article made? Give me a second. Yeah, on November 30th. Why is he saying February? I think they messed up. Hold on, let me look this up real quick. When did it launch? Oh yeah, 2021. I know they made an error. I'm like, it doesn't make any sense. This article was just written 6 days ago. Okay, let me lift it. I'll let them know. Okay, leave that here. But yeah, the company is allowing players who have spent money in the game to transfer those purchases to other Supercell titles. Okay, next, what do we have? Oh yeah, Roblox is officially headed to China, having gained 2 licenses from the nation's regulators. This is coming from another of GamesIndustry.biz. Majority of today's articles is coming from GamesIndustry.biz. They're doing such a tremendous job. So kudos on them and on their writers. The Chinese version of the widely played children's game will be published by Tencent on mobile and PC, which is not surprising. Tencent owns a Tencent is like the publisher for China. No releases has been given. Joint venture will be working with schools and educators using the game, which focuses on user-generated content to help teach science, technology, engineering, and mathematical skills. The ultimate goal is to launch the original version in China at a later date. Okay, so that's great to hear. The games are starting to reach a lot more people. Sea of Thieves is moving to a seasonal progressional system with the introduction of a battle pass starting January of 2021. And the developer, uh, Rare's latest video update, creative director Mike Chapman explained that after a year and a half of updating the game on a monthly basis, Sea of Thieves is moving to a new system with the introduction of seasons, a new model adopted by Epic and Fall Guys and what have you. And I believe they're also getting, let me see. So they're getting seasons and battle passes. Yeah. I know they had such a rough launch, but they after that the rough head start, they've improved that game, and so far it's been tremendous. But I haven't played this on my end. Silent Hill creator Ichora Ichiro Toyama has teamed up with Japanese industry veterans Kazunobu Sato and Junya Okura to form a new company. Bokeh Game Studios was announced alongside a video featuring the trio in conversion about the way the industry has changed over time, reminiscing about the atmosphere that used to exist when they were making things on a whim. The new studio will be an attempt to recapture that way of working by going independent. Alright, and here's another one coming from GamesIndustry.biz. Microsoft has acquired esports tournament and event organization platform Smash.gg. The news has shared was shared earlier this week by Smash.gg Twitter account and confirmed by Microsoft via MSN Esports. With this acquisition, Smash.gg and tournament organization will continue to benefit from the platform, while our team will not benefit from our additional resources and support as part of the Microsoft Content Services team. In addition, notice on the Smash.gg website as that the platform will continue as a self-service esports platform available to tournament organizations from all game communities. So wow, Microsoft is still making moves. So this shows their further commitment into the gaming space, with Phil Spencer taking the lead. Okay, another one from GamesIndustry.biz. Enad Global 7 continued its holiday shopping today. Earlier this week, announcing the acquisition of Daybreak Game Company, the alpha behind EverQuest H1Z1, and a variety of massive multiplayer online games. The deal values Daybreak at $300 million paid in a mix of cash and newly issued EG7 shares. It is the second announced acquisition for EG7 and has many weeks coming off last week's purchase of Vancouver-based Mecha Warrior Studios Piranha Games. I believe we discussed that as well. All right, so looks like acquisitions are are still going through. Okay, exclusive. Sony's long-awaited Metal Gear Solid adaptation looks to have gained Sony major momentum, as sources tell Deadline. It's come from Deadline that Oscar Isaac is attached to play Solid Snake in the film, which is currently in development at Sony Pictures with Jordan Vogt Roberts on board to direct. The film is based on the Metal Gear Solid video game, of course, we know about that. So yeah, let's see. Another news in the acquisition side of things. Help So Media has announced it has fully acquired Realm Forge Studios increasing its shares in the developer from 60% to 100. Previously, Mon- Monique-based Realm Forge was founded in 2008 as a partnership between Box Dreams and Calpso, with the entirety of Box Dreams being absorbed into Realm Forge and Calpso taking a majority stake. Since then, the studio has been best known for the Dungeon series of games. However, it will soon be taking on a new project, Chupico. Gibson will be moving all future development of the Chupico series to Realmforge Studios, with the studio's first contribution being the upcoming Chupico 6 add-on Caribbean series. Realmforge is also still working on space-based sport Startopia, which is planned for launch in spring of 2021. Okay, well, getting a little dehydrated here. This is gonna be kind of a shorter episode than normal. So we don't have that much news story. Just like little acquisition news, a couple gaming news, but not that much, barely any. Okay, and an article coming from Gamas Ultra. Naughty Dog did some top level role shuffling today at the Santa Monica based studios. Neil Druckmann, studio's vice president and creative director of The Last of Us Part 2, is now co-president of that company. The announcement was made in a blog post that also announced the addition of Lisa Mori and Christine Jerlich as vice president of Naughty Dog. Mori was previously director of operations of the company. Okay, but yeah, essentially it. Short article. It's an article coming from Kotaku. In the last 48 hours, Monster Hunter World has received over 2,000 negative reviews over on Steam after a racist joke in the film has led to a backlash in China and calls to ban the film. Daniel Ahmed, a senior analyst at Nico Partners, tweeted a clip from the Monster Hunter film yesterday showing the racist joke in question. And since then, the media has been disabled in response to reports by the copyright owner, of course. In the clip from the film, which was released this week in China, soldiers yell to another soldier, "Where are my knees? What kind of knees are these?" Chinese. Many in China connected this joke to an old racist saying, as pointed out by Ahmed. This has led to widespread anger and backlash to the film. As reported earlier by Variety, the movie has since been pulled from most theaters in China. According to some reports, it appeared an edited version of the film removed the joke was also banned in China, effectively stopping the Paul W.S. Anderson directed adaptation from appearing in the country. Capcom released a statement earlier this week distancing themselves from the film, with the company also claiming to be contacting the proper film companies and producers from the joke. However, many found the statement hollow, as Capcom just released a Monster Hunter World tie-in with the film. With we already know about the tie-in. We talked about that last week. Okay, yeah, the joke is still slipped. Okay, what's odd that is that the film was vetted by Chinese officials like all other films, TV shows, and games. Yet this joke still slipped through. As pointed out by Ahmed, the subtitle and the English dialogue don't match up, with the subtitles referring a Chinese idiom about men kneeling. This has only added to the controversy, which some viewers believing this was a direct insult to Chinese viewers. But I guess I kind of slipped through the cracks. People they didn't think it was such a big deal, but it looked like it was much more than that. Okay, Epic Games is taking no chances with players' health and safety due to the ongoing coronavirus pandemic for the entirety of 2021. All competitive Fortnite events will be taking place online, and it's unclear or if the events will go back to its in-person format. However, you don't have to worry about a lack of competitive events. Give me a moment. Our intent is to eventually hold in-person tournaments again, but our priority for any event is the for such event is the health and safety of our players and staff, Epic said in a blog post. With so much unknown about what is practical and safe, we do not plan to hold in-person events in 2021. Okay, so yeah, kudos on Epic for that. So we have no clue of what 2021 uh, will look like in the future. So it's better to be safe than sorry. Okay, speaking of Fortnite, there is a God of War Kratos skin available. I don't know if it's still available now, but it was available yesterday. And also, this is coming from GameSpot, by the way. Okay, so Kratos Alpha can be purchased on its own, and you could also get the Oathbreaker set from the item shop. This item contains a Guardian Shield glider alongside with a Leviathan axe pickaxe, complete with the first ever pickaxe emote and Mimir backbling. If you've played the game, you know Mimir's severed head is still very capable of talking. Because of the series PlayStation's exclusivity, PS5 Fortnite players will get a special bonus with Kratos. After you purchase the base outfit and play one match on the system, you'll also receive a armored Kratos skin. Ooh, I didn't know I got that. Oh, PS5. Oh, that sucks. This armor was only available to Kratos in God of War after he completed. This is what the part of the article that I want to get to. One of the con site for including Kratos as if the game needed one is that he has traveled through the 0 point introduced with the start of Season 5 Epic Games said he's among the first to travel through this. And this means there will be more on the way. One of those characters could be Master Chief. Based on the apparent leak, we've seen the eternal question of who would win in a fight between two heroes will finally be answered. And it looks like he was like uh not teased, but it looks like he was leaked. So apparently we might get Master Chief. So I'm definitely looking forward to that as well. Okay, talked about that. Talked about that. Okay, there's another article revolving PlayStation. PlayStation boss Jim Ryan has insisted that Japan remains immediate and incredibly important to the company. Some reports suggesting otherwise as inaccurate. This is another one coming from GameSpot. Ryan, speaking to The Edge via Games Radar in its latest December issue, stresses that PlayStation has not been as excited to work with Japanese developers for some years. The executive was also quick to point out that many Japanese produced titles that appeared on the two PS5 streams ahead of the console's launch. And our two launch shows, which features a reasonable amount of games, but not a huge number of games. There were 8 Japanese developed titles. There are many of which are the subject of collaboration and partnership between PlayStation and the Japanese published company, Ryan explained. Replying indirectly to the Bloomberg report that suggested Sony's support in Japan was waning. Ryan doesn't think the evidence is there to back it up. The PlayStation 5 launched simultaneously in Japan on November 12th. For example, an improvement over the 3 months wait with the region had to endure during the PS4 launch. So I said, so I read that stuff, said Ryan. A lot of that commentary is inaccurate. And Japan is our second largest market as Sony's homeland continues to be really important to us. Okay, we're literally almost done. Okay, here's an article coming from another one from Kamas Ucha. Activision has filed a lawsuit against Netflix, accusing the streaming giant of poaching CFO Spencer Neoman. Neoman was hired by Netflix within days of Mrs. departure from Activision. According to a lawsuit spotted by Hollywood Reporter, Activision is accused Netflix of intentionally interference with contract, unfair competition, and aiding and abetting breach of fiduciary duty. In that lawsuit, Activision says Netflix encouraged Newman to breach his employment contract while Newman was negotiating with Netflix as part of his duties as Activision's then CFO. Part of that encouragement allegedly came from Netflix CEO Reed Hastings, who the documents say was personally involved in Newman's departure. Okay, so let's see what we see in regards to this matter. PAX events could return in their regular in-person format next year. Dates have been set for the 2021 installments of PAX East, West, and Unplugged. All things as things stand, PAX East is scheduled to run June 3rd through the 6th in Boston. The gaming expo typically takes place in March or April, so it seems organizers have their fingers crossed that the COVID-19 pandemic will be under control by June. Setting PAX East for later than usual means that there's much of a chance that the event will actually be going ahead. So this going here is a Twitch actually post for PAX. With optimism and safety in mind, we're announcing our PAX 2020 dates. So PAX West has been set for September 3rd to the 6th in Seattle, and the return of PAX Unplugged is earmarked for December 10th to the 12th in Philadelphia. More details on PAX Australia 2021 should be revealed in the coming weeks. Unfortunately, the revamped schedule doesn't leave room for PAX South to take place 2021. Wow. Organizers are aiming to bring that event back in 2022. The PAX team says it won't put anyone at risk if COVID 19 remains a major barrier to safety gathering as one of our shows. If that's the case, it'll either cancel the events and move it online. Now I need water. As promised, we will all discuss the Fortnite free subscription model again. This is coming from straight from Epic Games. You get a battle pass is included for the full season. Members of the crew, congrats! We have full access to the current season's battle pass, and you'll continue to receive future battle passes with your subscription. Unlock 100 awesome battle pass rewards just by playing Fortnite. You get 1,000 bonus V Bucks every month. That alone is worth it. Each month you'll receive 1,000 V Bucks that you can put towards the hottest outfit, emotes, and more. Okay, let's see. A new monthly crew pack. The crew pack is an exclusive outfit bundle that's yours to keep. We'll be curating special items that land in the pack monthly. Each month's crew pack features an exclusive new outfit plus an exclusive new outfit, plus at least one matching accessory like a glider, pickaxe, or emote. For this month, you get for this month's crew pack, you get the Galaxia in style and the Cosma Llama Corn Pickaxe and Fractured World Back Bling. Oh, and that's how I got it. Okay, I was wondering. And here's a few notes to keep in mind. Mm. Your subscription is associated with the platform and once you purchase it, i.e., your primary platform, until it is canceled and is non transferable. Be sure to choose a platform, for example, Xbox, PlayStation, or the Switch. You purchase your subscription on carefully. You'll only be able to access items you receive from subscription across different platforms. I'm sorry, you'll still be able to access the items you purchase from the subscription across different platforms, but the V-Bucks you receive may not be redeemable on other platforms. You must log into your primary platform each monthly subscription period to access your subscription content. V-Bucks purchased on the PlayStation or the Nintendo Switch cannot be purchased on any other platform. Any Fortnite content you buy with your V-Bucks will be available on every device linked to your account, regardless of which device your content was purchased on. So if you want to look at that, you simply go on Epic Games website and look into this further into their Q&A. Wow. Okay, now we're gonna go into the AR VR news segment. Oh yeah. Before we get into that, Nvidia launched a GeForce RTX 3060 Ti for $400, claiming to outpace RTX 2080 Super. Following up to the release of the RTX 3070, 3080, and 3090 earlier this year, Nvidia today launched the RTX 3060 Ti and claims it's powerful than the last generation's RTX 2080 Super, supporting the same flagship features like accelerated ray tracing, DLSS 2.0, and RTX IO. As the more expensive 30 series cards, the RTX 3060 Ti is introduced as the most affordable GPU in the lineup. And I'm gonna go to the specs. It's already been released actually 4 days ago, December 2nd. It has 4864 CUDA cores. It's clocked at 1.67 gigahertz, 8 gigabytes of memory of GDDR6, and one HDMI 2.1 connector and three DisplayPort 1.4a connectors. Stop. Hey Google, stop. Where did she come from? I didn't say Google at all. Okay, now VR and AR. Marvel's Powers, United VR, and other Oculus Rift exclusives developed by Sun Zero games are going offline by next March? Next month. Oh no, by March, okay. I'm like, what is it doesn't make any sense. So Marvel Powers VR, Ripic Coil 2016, and VR Sports Challenge 2016 are no longer available for purchase or download. However, Oculus says all current owners continue playing through March 1st, 2021. After that date, the company tells Road to VR, excuse me, that it's making the entirety of Marvel Powers VR and Ripcoil inaccessible, which also includes any single player content. Oculus suggests uninstalling the games afterwards to avoid dead space taken up on your device. Okay, so if you purchased any of those games, it's important to note that refunds are not automatic. Users need to reach out to Oculus customer support to specifically request a refund for the games. Okay, here's an update as well. 4 days ago, on December 2nd, Facebook reached out to clarify that refunds are only available to customers who have purchased within 6 months of the refund request. So it's good to keep that in mind. Okay, Wacom, a leader in stylus pens and tablets for creative professionals, unveils a new device date last month, which was built specifically for creators looking to leverage the power of VR. Called Wacom VR Pen, the device is a pressure-sensitive stylus controller. This is the company says in its developer-focused webpage allows users to not only draw in VR, but also with the company's fleet of professional pen tablets for traditional 2D drawing. One of the major obstacles in creating a VR stylus is a lack of force feedback, which makes drawing in open space difficult and inherently less precise. Wacom says, however, its pressure-sensitive button, the pen's tips lets users naturally alter strokes thickness depending on the amount of force used when gripping the pen, which will also recreate a similar experience to drawing with a pen on paper. The VR pen also features a few other buttons, including a sugar style pen, a rotator knob for digital tool selection, and a selector toggle on the knob itself. Alright. Now, next. Vejar today announced its latest high-end headset, the XR3, and the VR3, with a range of improvements, including an expanded field of view, inside-out tracking, and a redesigned head strap, while still expensive and definitely aimed at large enterprises. The new headset also get a significant priced wow priced reduction compared to prior models. And my throat is getting really dry. As far as XR headsets go, Voyagers are quite unique. The company headset using two displays for each eye, a high density focus display at the center and a larger context display to fill out the field of view to immersive levels. The two displays are blended together nearly seamlessly, allowing the very center of the field of view to achieve retina resolution that's unmatched by any other headset on the market. Okay, so both models are available to order today and due to start shipping in January. So, last but not least, Primax, the company known for its wide field of view VR headsets, have now launched the Primax 5K Super, a PC VR headset first shown in its prototype stage at CES 2020 earlier this year. The new Primax 5K Super is being built as a hardware refresh of the Primax 5K Plus, while launched in 2018 with 2560 by 1440 pixels per eye, LCD display capable of up to 140 refresh rate, and a 200-degree field of view priced at $600. The Plus is just one step above the company's 450 entry-level headset. In addition to the refresh rates 160 and 180, in experimental mode, it also supports 90, 120, and 144 Hz. It includes a new modular audio strap, Pimax Comfort Kit facial padding, a nose guard to prevent light leakage, and a ruggedized exterior housing. As for the headset's main draw, provided you have the computer to run it, higher panel refresh is typically equal to smoother experiences, i.e., you have the Valve Index's 144 Hz refresh rate, offers impressively smooth and tight feeling gameplay. Alright, that's about it. Note. The headset's total resolution is claimed to be 5,000 pixels, however, that's split across each eye. The naming scheme is confusing, so as with the other headset that uses similar naming nomenclature, we put 5K in quotes to help other readers understand it's being used differently than they might expect. So it's good to keep that in mind. Let me see if we have any breaking news stories and last minute stuff that we may have missed. Hmm. Ooh, yeah, something interesting. What else have we got? All right, the Game Awards is going to be this Thursday. What's this? Okay, I'm not seeing anything. So we'll talk about this. Xbox will reportedly announce something at the Game Awards. Xbox, it came from their official Twitter profile. Tuning to the Game Awards is here to see great games get honored. What? But the Game Awards is usually the time of the year where we get all these unforeseen announcements. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Mm. So, where are you? So let's go to our reader mail segment. And if you want to want to know how to send us reader mail, here's how. You want to know your feedback, your thoughts, and if any questions you may have us by sending us reader mail on our Discord server, by leaving a voice note over at anchor.fm/the impact play, or by even sending us an email to readermail@impactplay.com. Who knows? It may even be featured on a future episode or on our reader mail segment of the show. Hmm. So let's see if we have. So I guess that's it. So thank you guys so much for making the Impact Play a part of your day. If you wish to join our community server or over on Discord, be sure to enter exclamation Discord and chat now. We are trying to reach affiliate status, and we need your help. Share our channel with your friends, family, and anyone who you believe would benefit from the show. Leave us a review, even just a rating on your favorite platform. Have a great one, folks. Until next time.